All right, today is Sunday, June 14th, 2020, and I'm told it's Father's Day. And this is the fourth in a series of conversations with Annalea about her experience of dementia and what that means. And here's Gingy the cat wanting to join. Gingy, what do you have to say? Okay, that's good. All right, well. All right.
Oh.
All right, I think we were interrupted so that Gingy could get in his proper position on your lap, which he has done now. Okay, so now we can get on with the interview. Well, we were both really feeling a deep sense of loneliness today. And, I think for different reasons, but how would you describe what it feels like to be lonely in your present condition?
You're asking me, right? Yeah. It feels strong. It feels kind of hopeless, and it feels like it's kind of like being caught up in some sort of, I wouldn't say disease, but some sort of event almost. Like today is extra strong in terms of the feeling about the dementia.
What do you mean by extra strong?
That the dementia is in charge, and I happen to be here and I happen to have it, but it's not like other times we've talked and I felt like I was almost like I was being interviewed or contributing somehow. Yeah. But this feels more like I'm just kind of hanging in there, and it's got me.
Yeah. And how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel sad and lonely, particularly lonely.
Yeah. And you describe it as more than the average loneliness that like we normally feel. What's deeper about it? You say the dementia, I feel like it's gotten you, and is it isolating you more?
Well, it's lightweight, so it doesn't bear down on you like a heavy TV or something, but it's like having control over the situation. So yes, I'm here, and the dementia is also here with me. So I feel like it's more like kind of I'm an actor in a play almost.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it's really me somehow.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Would you feel, if you put a number on it, like a percentage or something, of how much has the dementia, how much does it have you, and how much control do you have given that it's control?
I think I feel more relaxed and like I'm actually more in control since I've been through these different episodes, and
yeah,
where I'll be really worried, and then at the end is like, okay, well that was another session, and so it doesn't feel. And the thing that I like about it, in any case, is that it doesn't feel like it's out of control. It's not like having something come in and take over, and now I'll be in charge, and we're going to do everything.
Oh, you mean like if you had some kind of diseased organ or something, or some medical condition that would definitely be focused in your body?
Yeah, something kind of like that.
So you feel that this is just something like, it's just like the atmosphere or the environment in which you live, or what?
Well, Yeah, it's sort of like the environment. It's like what I, sort of like having gone to bed and woken up and it's like this is caught up with me. So it doesn't feel terrible. It feels a little disorienting.
Yeah.
And that's actually the part that I would like for people to understand more, is that it's not a terrible, horrible thing, but it will have an effect on you. You should be aware of what it is and what's happening.
Yeah, because I know when you get up in the morning, it seems the worst time you feel really lost and I guess disoriented. And I need to, guide you to where the bathroom is, even, which is. So how do you feel? How would you describe that feeling of being lost?
It's more a feeling that I'm surrounded by lost people.
Oh.
The people, I'm not in touch with these people. It's kind of like I know them, but it's like it doesn't have that much effect on me because they're not really doing anything for me or to me.
Yeah.
They're just kind of part of the scene.
Yeah. And do you especially feel that with people you've known before, or with strangers? Is it the same with strangers?
It's a little bit more with people I've known before, because we have some sort of history. But if I have very little history, it makes very little difference.
And
it's kind of the part of, to me, that seems strange is that I'll sit down and I'll know that this is going on and it's affecting my ability to work with people, and then it's like, okay, we've been doing this for a half an hour, let's do something else. And it's kind of like, done. It's not like, it doesn't hang on. It's like, oh, poor me, I just feel so awful, I can hardly get out of bed, or rah, rah, rah. It's like, what's for breakfast?
yeah.
Which is much more pleasant, actually.
And what do you feel is the worst that it's done to you so far? I mean, what do you feel is the most difficult or the most upsetting?
The feeling lonely and having it feel like it comes and goes and I don't have any control over it. It's like, 20 minutes ago I was feeling great, and now I feel really crummy, and then it's like, and it's like, so what are we having for dinner? And then it's like everything's okay again. It's very, the thing that surprises me the most is how up and down the experience is.
Yeah.
I thought I would like get up in the morning and or just sit there all day, but that's not the way it works. It's like there's activity and action, and I get caught up in it, I participate in it. It helps keep me kind of entertained. So I don't know, it's kind of a weird thing to have.
Yeah.
And that now when I'm looking over at this empty pairs of pants that some guy has sat in and has made like some sort of mark, not really a mark, but like a place where he was sitting. And it
Impression?
feels like, yeah, an impression. It's like, am I going to live with this guy the rest of my days, or is he going to like go home tonight, or why is he still here?
and those are my pants, and I'm the guy. So how do you...
So it's just like, okay, so that's that's what's going on today. It's not really upsetting. It's just, it's going on. I like that it has different colors, and I really like that Tom is here. And
Yeah, do you still feel that you have hope for the future?
yeah, in a weird way, I do. I actually feel like I have more hope.
Oh yeah?
There's something about the, I don't know if it was because of what you did when you went away and then you came back, but it feels the whole thing feels more alive to me now,
Yeah,
which is pretty interesting.
we think of it as something that people will look at you and say, "Oh, we're losing you to the world." But from your point of view, could you say that you are yourself entering a new world, a different world? In other words, people who don't have dementia, they look at you and it's negative to them, but could be positive to you. Do you see that?
Yeah, it's kind of like those people. It's like those people like don't get it. They haven't had any real experience with it, or the doctor, or talk about it with somebody, and then it's like, so it's like, it seems pretty normal. It doesn't seem like some sort of catastrophic, I've been attacked by this bug that I'm never going to get rid of. It's just like, well, today it's going to be kind of like this, and I'm feeling a little more this way or that way, but it's like, okay, now it's time for bed.
Yeah. Now, do you feel more like it's what they call a second childhood? Like, and is there anything? How do you feel about your childhood, or do you experience any of it more or differently now?
Well, I think the thing about the childhood is I feel like I missed part of it.
Yeah.
And I'm not even sure what the missed part is. I think that's what really bothers me.
Yeah.
I know I missed something, but I don't know what it is. I don't know if I'll ever see it.
Yeah.
And it's kind of come and gone, and it wasn't bad. It wasn't great, but it was just like, it was supposed to be part of the show, and it didn't show up. It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
None of this is as disturbing as I thought it would be.
As what?
Disturbing.
Disturbing. Okay. Yeah. So what?
The only thing that really seems disturbing is when somebody else gets upset about it.
Yeah. Well, what are some more of the positive things you feel about the condition, what you're going through?
I feel like it's some variation of waking up in the world. It's like all these things that I was just kind of sinking along, and oh, it's Tuesday, so it's this, and now it's like, hey, what are we going to do today? I feel like I'm more awake.
Yeah.
And I like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's how some people describe a spiritual journey.
Well, it is quite a journey, I'll say that. Especially in the beginning when you're not quite sure which way things are going with whom.
So do you feel more at peace with it now, or at peace within yourself about it?
Yeah. I want more people to come to the party. That's what I want. Yeah, it feels very, it's nothing. I thought I would be real embarrassed about it. That was my concern. Oh, I can't remember I should be able to remember. Dang it, what was that? La la la. And now it's just like, I just.
All right. Well, that's good. Well, this is a good time to stop. And just before we go, what advice would you give to people who are maybe think they might be going through it, or know somebody who's beginning to go through it? I mean, what would you tell them from your perspective now on the inside, that maybe what they can expect?
I'd say be ready for surprises. Some of them are pretty good. Some of them are kind of scary. And it's like going into a different world. It's like you never been there before, never had that, and the people that are with you never had